With YaMaHaRaHaRa, we started in January. I've known the drummer for ages and met these guys through when they were doing their acoustic act. I say these guys, I know only one of them's here, but our singer Kate is Andy's brother. And yeah, you came around one day with your guitar and like an idea for a song. I'd just figured out I could plug a guitar into my computer and start recording stuff. So we started doing bass and guitar stuff.
Started mucking about with that, yeah.
You hit us up on MSN and was just like, what are you up to tonight? And I knew you'd just got your electric drum kit. Yeah. So I just said, well, come round, and it all just worked.
It just clicked straight away, didn't it?
Yeah, it just went really well that first day. So we were like, well, we might as well start being a band and writing more songs.
Local bands are really interesting because there's so much talent in this area. There's so much talent. It's you know, I've lived in Reading and I've lived in Guildford. I've lived in London, a couple of other places, and I've never quite seen so much talent down here than I have compared to anywhere else. There's like the hardcore scene used to be really big, used to be massive. Bands like Jarrus, Cubic Space Division. Winter and June, like loads of huge bands like that used to be really massive in the area, but then it kind of all died out and the music scene completely died. I kind of put that down to venues. I mean, venues stopped doing band nights, and bands started fading out really. You know, as it stands now, there's still quite a lot of talent in the area.
There's still a fair amount going on, but it's more acoustic acts, it's just solo artists with an acoustic guitar and that sort of thing. There's less bands going on in the area because there's less places willing to put them up.
Look, yeah, it's so much easier to plug an acoustic in and fill out a small venue than there is, like, you know, plugging in electric and kicking a massive band out and just, you know, it's
being loud,
and it's all about being loud now. I'm determined, you know. Yeah, there's going to be loads of loud bands coming out.
There's a lot of bands that we know that are like friends of ours that are kind of coming up and writing stuff, and they're like at the same point that we're at. So fingers crossed over the next couple of months, like maybe the next year or so, the local scene will start coming up.
Start picking back up again like it was years ago. Yeah.
Gherkin.
Right, okay.
We have Luke Yates here and Tristan Blackwell there.
Right.
I'm Andy Tozer. We have two other members, Phil Coombs and Steve Smith. I've been in about 4 local bands in the last 20 years. Right from old rock and roll bands to contemporary, but all cover bands.
So where do you believe local bands are heading, like nowadays, like other local bands, not necessarily?
Down the pub. That's pretty much all there is in Ashford is pub venues. All the sort of club venues that they had for young bands that were coming up have all disappeared. If you want to explore other places to play than Canterbury and North Kent, plenty of places, or on the outskirts of London, but in this area, not a lot.
In terms of open venues, we play other venues that tend to be more private gigs, don't we, as well?
Yes, yeah.
Obviously not including those, then yeah, pubs.
Lots
That's
of private
because we're always
pies.
respectable.
I think so. And well rehearsed.
Yes.
So is that,
You can't just find a venue. There are certain places around Ashford which are open to bands. I'm not saying few and far between, but there are just certain pubs. Some do, some don't.
right, okay. So do you have local places where you play and where you...
When we first started, we had quite a lot of regular places we played. Not so much now. But then we need to start, as Gherkin, we have to start looking at different places to play because our regular venues are all sort of either wound up or turned into eateries or, you know, foodie restaurants. So they don't want bands in there.